Hi Cancers, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for this reading. Gosh, it's just already. So I have shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. For our Cancers for the month of August, please. What do they need to know for Cancers? What do they need to know for Cancers? Those on top where they go. For Cancers. And with those, what do they need to know, universe? Okay. Let's see what we have here. To start this reading. In the order that they came out, there you are as the Queen of Cups, Cancer, a water sign, male or female. All cards are male or female. The energies that really matter in these readings. I have a card left for the second part of the reading. So, Cancers, the overall energy of this reading, the Four of Wands. There's a soulmate either coming in or you are next to them already. So this is a strong soulmate energy. Look at them. Four Wands. Union between two people. There's a lot of love and a lot of joy. And sometimes this card can represent marriage. The celebration of marriage. Wow. That surrounds your entire reading. Let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy is the Magician. You've actually manifested this. You've manifested the soulmate to come into your life. You have the infinity symbol above your head, the symbol of intuition and knowing, and you have all the tools that it takes, if I could talk, to manifest just what it is you wanted, and it's like it's either coming in or it is near you, right next to you already. You already know this person. So I think you manifested this person. This Magician here is right next to the Queen of Cups. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer might be strong in someone else's chart too around this reading. But this is your card in this reading up in your highest energy. And what you're doing is you're trying to peek in the windows. This is the only cup in the deck with a lid on it. And you're trying to peek in there for answers to love questions because that cup is full of answers. So I really think you focused. I really think you're responsible for having this soulmate come into your life. I really super think that you manifested them to come in with positive thoughts and thinking of what you want. Wow. I have the Five of Swords next to the Queen of Cups. The Five of Swords. This is picking up swords of truth and clarity. Now, you can get a lot of answers out of that cup about love, you know. And I do think that you've let one or two people fade away off into the distance because of the swords of truth and clarity, for seeing things how they really are. And also part of that truth and clarity is knowing that you deserve someone who is a special soulmate to come into your life. You don't deserve somebody who's not going to treat this relationship the way you would treat it. A lot of truth and clarity about yourself and about others. I have the Page of Wands under the Magician and next to the Four of Wands. The Page of Wands, this is the energy of holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. And it's like something's brewing, and it's about moving forward with this soulmate because of where this card is placed. But there's something that's brewing, and it is bubbling up, and it's going to come out your mouth. There's something that you need to say about moving forward, which is going to help you actually manifest this relationship even further. I have the Three of Swords on the other side of the Four of Wands and under the Five of Swords. I think you need to talk about your past. I think you need to talk about your broken heart. See, there's three swords here. There's three people in this card right above. I think you need to talk about what you want, what you really desire from a relationship. And I think this is going to bring you closer to your soulmate. You've been through a lot. You've had a lot of tears cried. You've had a lot of broken hearts. I have the Knight of Swords under the Page of Wands. This is actionable. This is taking the action, and this is actually by speaking up. And you're running forth with that sword up in the air of truth and clarity. So you want to be sure that they understand what you need from a relationship. You don't want to go through another broken heart. You don't want any more tears. You want them to fully understand where you're coming from, and that's what you're going to do by speaking up and speaking out. So this is like you're getting closer and closer to this soulmate, and you can kind of see and feel now that you want this to probably continue to grow. And now it's time to bring up some heartaches, bring up some things from your past, bring up the things that you've been wanting in love. I have the Fool next to the Knight of Swords and under the Four of Wands. Now the Fool is an energy of just throwing caution to the wind. It's living in the moment, you know. It's a very carefree, fun. But the thing about the Fool is they dance along with their head in the clouds until they come to the edge of the cliff. And so it's usually, someone always ends up looking forward. And the other person a lot of times does not. And they want to stay in the energy of the Fool. Well, I think you found yourself in those types of relationships where you wanted more from a relationship and they just kind of got to a point and stopped right there. I think this is part of that conversation that you're going to have that is really going to, make them aware of what your wants and needs are in a relationship. And I feel like, since this, what I see here, I feel like this brings you closer together. You know, you're probably going to say, look, I've had some relationships that maybe you moved or wanted more than what the other person wanted, and you ended up with broken hearts. You've waited for a secure and stable relationship for a very long time. You've tried, you know. This is the slowest moving energy in the whole tarot deck, the Knight of Pentacles. This can be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But the horse is barely moving, and it's bringing a pentacle. It's so slow, it's like a snail instead of a horse. I don't know why they put it on a horse. It should have been on a snail. But, so trying to find that special relationship that feels grounded and that where you can, work together as partnership and work towards the future just has not come in yet. And if they're wondering why you're single, that's why. It just hasn't happened yet. It's not that you didn't want to. Let's take out more cards for the second part of this reading. Please. For Cancers, what else do they need to know? It's coming up here. That one. Okay. In the order that they came out, I'm not sure if I have enough cards yet. Nope, I need two more. Two more cards. Cancers, there's one. Two. Okay. So Cancers, you become rebalanced from these past relationships. You're really very much on guard about moving forward now that you're gathering up all those swords of truth and clarity. So I have the Justice card, and this is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But you have your sword up in self-protection, and you become rebalanced. You know what you want. And you're not going to settle for anything less because you've been through it and you don't want to go through it again. So, you take those swords and you take them to heart. You learned from them. You recovered from your broken heart. I have the Moon card here next to the Justice card, which is the card for Pisces. Pisces might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the Moon is about night turning to day or secrets being revealed, something coming to light. And I do think it's this truth and clarity and all this looking into this cup for answers. And I think a lot has come to light with you. And you're very much aware of your surroundings now and of the actions of others, things like that. I do have the Knight of Cups next to the Moon. I feel like this is a very sincere love offer. This soulmate, they're sincere in coming in. This cup, see, there's nothing in it, and it can hold a lot of love. So this is like a gallant male or female type personality where they're being very, very sincere about seeing if you are the right person for them to move forward with in life. And this is going to be brought to light. It's because you're going to ask the right questions. So you're going to realize that, hey, they're not playing games here. That's awesome. They're not playing games. They're serious. I have the Six of Cups under the Justice card next to the Three of Swords. This is another soulmate card. This is something that you're kind of against. Now, you have had a reconnection with somebody before, okay? I don't think this person is a reconnection, but they could be. This could be someone that you've known from the past, but I feel like since it's next to the Three of Swords, that this is someone who has broken your heart before, that they've come in with the cup with the flower in it, the only cup that's allowed. They might have been sincere at first, but they lived in the Fool's energy. And I think that they just ended up staying in this young, not very mature way of thinking, the Fool's energy, you know, living in the moment day by day. And that's kind of how they wanted it to stay. You're against that. You do not want that. You're staying balanced. You want a mature energy in your life. I have the Seven of, and here it is again. I have the Seven of Wands right under the Moon card next to the Six of Cups. Yes, you're blocking those types of relationships. You're blocking people who are hiding what they're really like, or they're hiding themselves, you know. So you're very much on guard. You're kind of sifting through what they say and do, and paying close attention for your own good, for your own self, because you want the Ten of Pentacles. You want union. Look, you've got the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. You want union between two people. There's pets, there's a child in this card, there's extended family. You really want a solid, secure partnership that you can work together and move forward with, that has lots of love, that's sincere about doing that. So yeah, under that Six of Cups, here's the Devil card. They were toxic. I think you were in a relationship with someone that just never matured. They stayed in the Fool's energy. They were tied to other things. Other things are more important. They have been two-timing, or, you know, they have been having a third party or dating other people. They just weren't, they were toxic to you. And so this is a card for Capricorn only because of the horns. So Capricorn might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But that energy is right under the Six of Cups, and it's right next to the Knight of Pentacles. That's why the Knight of Pentacles was not coming forward, is they were tied to either drugs or someone else or alcohol. I mean, something that was toxic is making the relationship toxic. And then I have the Page of Pentacles next to the Devil card right under the Seven of Wands. The Page of Pentacles, this is your energy, and you're looking at the pentacle as if it's a crystal ball. And you're really trying to figure out what your future looks like here. And this is what you're concentrating on. A solid, secure, stable, committed, available relationship in moving forward. And it looks like it's coming in. It really is. If you're not already with someone that is like a divine soulmate, very strong soulmate, then they are coming in. And they really might have some earth in their chart. I have the King of Pentacles next to the Page of Pentacles and under the Ten of Pentacles. So they have a pentacle. They want the same thing you do. They're tired of being jerked around too, male or female. They're looking at that pentacle. They're looking at the future. They are very sincere in coming in. This is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Might be strong in their chart. Also might be strong in your chart. But they have the same ambitions as you do as far as finding a mate and moving forward in life. Now I'm going to take out an angel card. Let's see what your guardian angels have to say about this. For Cancers, what Your guardian angels have to say about this. Let's cut these. Okay. The Ace of Action. So that's the card that came out. And I'm going to read it to you. This cherub is heralding the time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action. And if you've been procrastinating, it's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. You know, maybe the two of you, because I keep thinking about the future, you're both looking at the future. Maybe you'll do something as far as business goes together towards the future. But you do have the card of action. You are going to take action, and that action is speaking out about what you desire from a relationship. That's going to be so helpful because it's going to be like, me too. And be like, me too. I want the same things. I'm not going to jerk you around. I was afraid you were going to jerk me around. Oh. So, this is a good reading for Cancers. Take out a card from the universe, from the law of attraction. Cancers. See what they have to say. There is nothing I cannot be, do, or have. Card number 1. Welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day in your life and experience knowing that your real work is to decide what you want, and then focus upon that. Go forth, giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want, and once you have decided, giving thought only to that. I feel like the two of you, this divine soulmate, are going to be on the same page, and you're going to end up like two peas in a pod, wanting the same things from life and working together to get it. I love this reading. So Cancers, thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.